What is up, guys? This is Joshua Red and Iron coming to you with a video about scamming. Holiday season is upon us, and there's a lot of scammers out there right now. You know, they're trying to entice you with low prices, hard to get items like graphics cards or gaming computers in general, and gaming consoles like PS5s and Xbox, whatever's. But before we get into that, I wanted to remind you guys that we are still doing a giveaway. It is for a condenser mic, and as soon as we hit 50 subscribers, we'll do a drawing. And all you really have to do for that is just subscribe, like a video, and then just kind of comment in one of the videos so we can see you, and then we can put you in the drawing. So this is once we hit 50 subscribers. We will have more giveaways when we hit 100, 500, 1,000, and then so on. For the 1,000 subscriber video, what I want to do is build a gaming PC and give that away. So that's something that our way of saying thank you. And I know like semiconductors have been out. Well, there was an article that said that they're out until like 2023 or something ridiculous. So this is just a way that we can say thank you for supporting us, and hopefully we reach that real soon. So anyway, let's get into this video. It's that time of the year where the perfect storm has allowed all these scammers to capitalize on shortages. Unfortunately, that's what's happening. And now when the holiday season is coming in, and we got that cargo issue, they left bare shelves. So with those bare shelves come people that buy a lot of these things and then scalp them. But we're not talking about scalpers. Yeah, they're terrible, but they're not as bad as scammers. Like, they're scammers that will post, there's like 2 or 3 different posts on there. And I'll show you guys examples of that. That they're the same exact pictures, 2 or 3 different people, and then so they just take your money. Semiconductor shortage is probably the worst that could have happened. It was like a perfect storm. You know, we couldn't have people go to work. We had a pandemic that caused that, and everything shut down. People started, passing away and stuff. But that, now we're at the point where we're feeling financially the repercussions of this. And no, it's not like a political anything, but it just kind of sucks that we're like in this predicament. We all know the graphic card situation, but there are other types of gamers that are being scammed as well. So those are console gamers, and most of us started off as console gamers, then we promoted to PC gamers. So they're the ones that are feeling like, especially like a PS5. So you can get a digital version at MSRP through Sony or the PlayStation, whatever. But through Sony, you can get it for $399 plus tax, which comes out here in California to like $454, $455. And then the disc version is like $100 more, I think. I think it's like $499. So that comes about to like $550, let's say. I've seen PS5s go for as high as $1,000 for the disc version, and then like $850 for the digital version. And that's just kind of like you're doubling, like you're trying to double your, I don't want to say profit, because so the PS5s and the Xboxes, I haven't really seen too many Xboxes, but they're out there. They've been popping up on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and like Mercari. I think that's how you say it, Mercari. And other selling platforms for these outrageous prices. Now, I want to kind of transition on how to spot a scammer. Like, there's certain things that I look for. And those things, like the first thing I'm going to look at is like history. And what I mean by this is how long have they been on the site. So if it's Facebook Marketplace, it's going to let you know they've been on Facebook for, whatever, like 2016 or something like that. I've been a member or whatever. If there is a high ticket item, like graphics cards or PS5s, and they just joined with no history, really like no picture or anything, I would really be wary to purchase from that individual. Yes, I know that there's people that just join. I get that. But most will put their own picture up there, and I'm going to put like a picture of a cat or like just a floor or something. That to me says you don't want to be identified, and I know there's like some privacy that people want to have, and that's perfectly fine. I can't see myself putting a high ticket item where people are going to pay me however much money to not have anything personal per se, like my face anyway. What we're going to do today is we're going to show you some examples of possible scammers, some that are very obvious, and then some that you can almost kind of say like, yeah, all right, maybe this guy's for real. But I kind of want to show you the things that we look for, and maybe some of the questions that I would ask. Like I'll go over like if I were to message that person, what I would say. So here we go. Example number one. All right. So example number one is going to pop on your screen right now. Is a PlayStation 5. So this individual says, "Hey, the reason I'm selling this because I got it today for my son as a birthday gift, but I found out that he has a PS5 already at his mom's house. There really is no reason for him having two. One had the game for like 4 days. It's still like brand new, literally. Hit me up if you have any questions." So, does this happen? Probably in some households, but most parents are going to know that they already have a PS5. Their kid is going to say something. Like, to me, I would say something. So, I want to show you that one. That's number one. And we'll go here to number two. And so this says, and like the grainy picture, like it's funny that like this doesn't even look like their picture. So this one says, "I did block out information because just in case I'm wrong, but some of these look kind of sus to me, but I don't want to put anyone out like that. That's not right. Even though it's not right scaring people, but still. PS5 with controller, 4 games, brand new, recently had an emergency to take care of. Emergency and to make as much money as I can quickly. Selling everything, PM interested in other games, console, headset, and so on." Yeah, it could happen. But if you're really trying to make money quickly, PS5s, especially the disc version with 4 games, right? There's no problem with people selling that for $800, $900, $1,000. So that's like a red flag to me. This also does not look like their picture. It's really grainy. You can see it. It's like it wasn't taken with their camera. Again, it's the same person that I had just read. So this is just the other picture of it. Again, I took out the information, but there's like 2 separate, huge, different pictures. They both look grainy, very suspect. And here we go again. Same person. It's like a totally different setting. To me, I'm taking pictures at the same place I've took the last 2 pictures, right? So I'm not going to go, hey, I'm going to go take a picture now in the garage with this stuff. I don't know. These 3 pictures really make me suspect of this post. If the price is too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. They're probably going to send you a Cash App link and say, hey, I don't do PayPal, I'll do Cash App, and there's no transaction history, and you're just out of money. So, this is the person's profile. And this is what I'm talking to you about history. Now, as you can see, there is nothing there. There's no friends. The only thing I blocked out was the city they lived in, and then whatever is behind there, their name, their picture. That's literally all that's on that profile. There's no friends, there's no photos, there's no anything. That to me is suspect. That to me tells me that you're trying to scam people. So, are there some profiles? Yeah, there are some profiles that kind of look like this. There's still some pictures. There's a picture of them at least, so people that are trying to find them are recognizable. So this is just another area that I would look for. I'm not talking about like do like creeper status crap where you're like 20 years deep. Just enough to you're like, okay, this is a real person. So here's another example. All right. Join Facebook 2021. That to me, I'm like, okay, there's something wrong there. A price that is too good to be true for me, especially because I know how much PS5s are going for, especially disc versions. And now we're going to get into the first graphics card of this whole thing. So, hot ticket item, RTX 3060 Ti. Everybody wants that. It's like a good budget card. Very little of them out. Like I rarely see a 3060 Ti. Like that's legitimately like rare, I would say. So this person joined in 2019 and has listed it for $499. Now that's almost MSRP, and we all know that these cards are probably going for like $800, somewhere around that range. Not necessarily far-fetched, but it's far-fetched to me. Like I would ask more questions like, do you do PayPal goods and services? If they say yes, you're protected through PayPal goods and services, and I'll go over that with you guys. Most people are going to say, do you do Venmo, Cash App, Zelly, however you pronounce it. Graphics card 2. Now this is really suspect to me. Now this is off OfferUp. So if you don't know OfferUp, it's a platform where you can sell your goods and services. It's an app. And so this is around my town. And I would want to meet face to face. Like I want to see the card physically. If I could test it, that'd be great. But this is not even like their picture. This is just a picture off of the internet. Like probably the manufacturer, probably off of MSI's website. So as you can see here, a 1660 Super he's asking $350 for it. Not far-fetched, but right now 1660 Supers for some odd reason are going for $500 or more. Just joined November 2021. Suspect, right? Posted an hour ago. And no picture. That's suspect to me. Here's another area that I go to. So this person is selling an NVIDIA 3080 Ti, I think, and the PS5. So one's 600, not far-fetched. One's 500. It's really turning my head right now. Like, why are you selling it that low? They joined November 2021. They've bought nothing. They've sold nothing. Nobody's following them. All they have is a confirmed email. They don't have a confirmed Facebook. They don't have a confirmed account. Nothing like that. Just email. Here's that PS5 for $600. Member since 2021. Whatever. Right? It's the same person. Nothing else. It just posted 8 minutes ago in Los Angeles. And here's that. Oh, it's 3070 Ti, excuse me. So that 3070 Ti, same person, $500. 3070 Ti's are not going for $500. They're probably pushing 1,000, maybe more, 1,500 probably. So that's suspect to me. Here we go. So a graphics card. Price is too good to be true, right? Here is somebody from West Hollywood, has been a member since October 2021. Already no picture, 2 flags for me. Graphics card, especially this card, 3080, $280. That is very suspect. That is probably not a very true price. That is probably a scam. Do good deals happen? All the time. Do good deals happen for these cards? Not all the time. Here's another picture. 0 bought, 0 sold, 0 followers. Graphics card. $280. Doesn't say it's a 3080. Doesn't say 3070. Doesn't say 3060, 3090. Just says graphics card. He paid more, if they did, paid more than $280. You would not sell it for less than what you paid for. Here we go, PayPal goods and services. So what's the difference between family and friends and goods and services? So, sending to a friend, someone needs money or a gift card, before you complete payment, you can opt to pay the fee or pass it along to the recipient. I've been had a few times with PayPal family and friends. Paid a little over $100. I fought my bank. My bank deemed it a scam and they gave me my money back. But that was 6 months, 3 months afterwards. You might not get your money back. You just, if you're paying through PayPal friends and family, use it for friends and family, like literally. I can't tell you how many times that I've asked about something, whether it's a graphics card or a PC component, and they tell me I use PayPal friends and family. Well, okay, that doesn't protect you or me, and it protects them too, to make sure that they get their money. And, they don't make false accusations. You have, paper trail for both sides. So the PayPal purchase protection comes with goods and services. So when you buy an item or service from someone, when you make a purchase, the seller pays a small fee to receive your money. Your payment is covered by a protection policy automatically. Sometimes I'll say, hey, I'll do PayPal goods and services, but you split the fee with me. I think that's fair, so I'll say it's going to be $4, so I'm going to tack on $2 extra. Something like that. You can make a personal payment to anyone in the U.S. for free. Just make sure that you pay the entire amount using your bank account or your balance if you have PayPal balance account. So, opt to goods and services. PayPal goods and services are there to protect you. So here's their PayPal Purchase Protection Program. When you buy something from a seller who accepts PayPal, you may be eligible for a refund under PayPal's protection program, right? When applicable, PayPal Purchase Protection Program entitles you to cover the full purchase amount and shipping costs if there is any. So they will go through a process like an investigation, make sure that that's what's happened. They will make sure if you didn't receive the item or if it wasn't the item that you ordered and or it was something completely different, if it was broken and it said it was working. So PayPal, with the small fee, allows you to be protected, allows your money to be protected. This is money that you worked overtime with, away from your family. You earned it. You sold some things that maybe you didn't want to sell some things, so somebody that you care for is able to have, or even yourself, are able to have the things that you want. So, this is the way you got to look at it. Whether it's $5 or $3,000, do what you can to protect yourself. These scammers are just setting up these like accounts where they're all like, fictitious accounts, and then they send you a completely different, like Cash App or Venmo or whatever, and they say, oh, well, I don't have it, but I'm going to let my husband or my brother or my sister, this is my wife's account. So that should be like a red flag to you. That should be like, okay, no, I'm not dealing with your wife, I'm dealing with you. I'm not dealing with your brother, I'm dealing with you. Because they can turn around and say, I don't know this person, I didn't have any dealings with them, whatever. Or it could just be the same person pretending to be the person that was on that Facebook marketplace or OfferUp or, Mercari or whatever, and you just gave them your money. So it is important to use PayPal Goods and Services. That's my whole entire thing. Protect yourself. I mean, you're not going to be able to shield yourself from everything, but it will be enough. This way you kind of have some information, something in your arsenal will say, okay, this is red flags. This is red flags. You don't have a picture, you don't have any history of selling, or you don't have any pictures and friends or family. You have a blank picture. You joined in 2021 of this month. The price is too good to be true. You don't want to use PayPal Goods and Services. You'd rather use something like Cash App, which, if you're dealing locally, face to face, you can test the product, that's fine. Something that has to be shipped, I would not. So here are some of the things that PayPal Goods and Services will not qualify for. You collect the item in person or arrange it for it to be collected on your behalf. If you use PayPal in a seller physical store, or in person PayPal QR code goods and services, the seller has provided proof of shipment or proof of delivery. So that's not covered. So you can't say, I didn't get it, and then the guy shows you, here's a tracking number, on this date, it says this item, they have proof. Significantly not as described, the item is materially different from the seller's description. So this is some of the things to look for to kind of be protected. You received a completely different item. The condition of the item was misrepresented. For example, the item was described as new, but is not new, right? That's happened to me a few times as well. The item was advertised as authentic, but it's not authentic, like a purse or, something like that. There are some qualifications that you need to meet up for to be part of the PayPal protection program. Have a PayPal account in good standing. You can't owe any debts or anything like that. Be in good standing. Pay for the eligible item with your PayPal account. You need to have that track record to showing that that's what you paid for. You attempted to contact the seller to resolve your issue directly before filing a claim. That to me is, if they're scamming you, they're going to block you. You're not going to have really any contact with them. They'll probably string you along for a little bit and they'll say, oh yeah, as soon as I get home, or as soon as I get off work, or let me finish, I'm doing something with the family. And then eventually you're going to be like, hey, did you come around and send some stuff yet? And then they'll say not unable to send, or won't even show it all, and then all of a sudden you have a red exclamation point. So how do I know this? Been there. So contact the seller, and then you can say, no, they blocked me. Now it's like 100% like a scam. Respond to PayPal's request for documentation. Always back yourself up. Open a dispute within 180 days. Easy, right? And not have received, recovered, or agreed to alternative resolution related to your purchase from another source. So you can't say, hey, I'll take this RAM for it instead, and then you file a claim. Well, you've pretty much been compensated for it, so just keep that in mind. So that looks like it's it, guys. Call your bank, call whatever platform you used, whether it's Cash App or whether it's, PayPal, whatever, your goods and services. They'll try to help you. And they're just going to tell you to contact the person. Only reason I know that is because it's happened to me. So one thing I would advise to, especially if you spent a lot of money, or they took you for a lot of money, file a police report. File a police report and give them all the information that you were able to dig up. Friends will help you, especially if they block you. They'll look through these, fake profiles like the ones I just showed you, and then you'll be able to kind of pinpoint. You give that all to the authorities and then let them do their investigations, and if they come up with the person scammed you, then and if they get arrested, you have a chance of getting some money back. So file a police report. You have it on file, right? Helps you a little bit if you get scammed. I really hope this helped you just a little bit to avoid being scammed. Want your guys' holidays to be great. You shouldn't have to worry about people scamming you out of your money. Use PayPal goods and services, or use whatever's in the app. So Facebook Marketplace has a way to pay. OfferUp has a way to pay. Use those, you have protection. Check their sale history if you can. OfferUp has it. I showed you it has like 0 bought, 0 sold, or it'll tell you numbers. They have like a number system that helps you see their reply rate and how good interactions and stuff work. So check their sale history, check their feedback. That's important, like on eBay. Perfect Storm is here, and we're going to pay these prices because we're spoiled. We spoiled the kids, we spoiled our loved ones, so now we have to do it. If you have any other tips to help somebody, leave them in the comments, please. How you identified a scammer, or if it happened to you, what tactics did they use? I really thank you for taking the time with this long video. I know it was a little longer than I intended, but I wanted to get this information out to you so you can avoid